What's good in the hood YouTube? This is Crazy Samurai 71 here, bringing you guys another video, and today I'll be bringing you guys a video on Power Rangers Beast Morphers, and this video will be focusing on the Beast Morphers cast that was revealed at Power Morphicon. Again, I went to Power Morphicon, so I got to see these actors in person. I even got to speak to like one or two of them, which was nice, and they were cool people. Now, as far as things go from this cast, there were 3 actors revealed. There were actually 5 actors in the total cast. 3 is the initial team that ends up in the show, and that's how it's supposed to work in Japan. That's how it worked, but very early on in the show, the other 2 will be introduced. Those will be the Silver Ranger and the Gold Ranger. Yes, there will be 2 special Ranger colors for the other 2 members, so that's kind of interesting to note for those that don't know the season already, that yes, 2 special Ranger colors will represent the other 2 Rangers. And as far as other things go, what we do end up seeing with this video, what we do end up seeing is that we know the names of the actors. The actors are Rory Travis, who's going to be playing Beast Morphers Red Ranger, Jasmine Bedwalia, which is going to be playing the Blue Beast Morphers Ranger, and Jacqueline Skizlowski, which is going to be playing the Yellow Ranger for Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Now, the Red Ranger is pretty unknown as far as things go. I mean, he hasn't been known for many roles or anything, but he does seem like a nice guy. People have been saying pretty good things about him. He also has similar hairstyle to Scott Truman, the Red RPM Ranger, which many people think is another clue to the potential of some connection to Power Rangers RPM. But again, I'm not sure. I think it's just a coincidence. The Beast Morphers Blue Ranger, he has some more background on him. He is online a bit. He's done a couple of roles, and he's a pretty interesting actor. Instagram wise, there's been some cool posts of him. He just really appreciates being part of the franchise. I don't really know a whole lot about him, but he does seem like a pretty nice guy. I know that his IMDb mentions that he's been involved in a couple of movies and a few smaller productions, but Beast Morphers is going to be his first big one. As far as things go, Jackie or Jacqueline Skizlowski is probably the most well-known. She's done the most out of any of them, and she just seems way more fun and exciting compared to the others. Doesn't mean that the others aren't cool, but she began her acting career at the age of 3, spending the next few years working on short films, commercials, and independent projects. She trained with hip-hop dance team for 7 years, as well as danced on her high school dance team. She received her martial arts training at XMA World Headquarters and is still training there today. Personal life: when she first began acting, she frequently moved from Chicago to California, and she currently resides in Los Angeles because of how often she's had to move. As far as other things that she's known for doing, she's done work for the movie Man of Steel, which was the Superman movie that released several years ago. She's been in Touch. She's done dancing. She's done singing. She's been in Criminal Minds. She's been in a number of other movies, but she's done a lot of stuff. Like, she has a filmography on IMDb that actually spans a pretty good length, and she's fairly young. I mean, she's actually younger than I am, which makes me feel like I'm old when I'm really not. She's only 18. I mean, she's very young, very, very young. And I'm not that old myself, so when I hear that she's as young as she is, I'm just like, okay, that's interesting. You know, it's always interesting to think when you have actors that are actually kids, because a lot of times the Ranger actors aren't always, you know, kids. A lot of times they're actually adults, and she's only just barely an adult. So that's kind of interesting to note, but I'm definitely interested in seeing that. Jasmine Bedwalia is also going to be our first Indian Power Ranger ever, which is a noteworthy mention. Again, not trying to be racist, just trying to bring you guys some awareness so that for those that are interested in knowing will know that. I actually heard from a person that's a fan of the franchise that was super excited to hear this factor because of the fact that for years he's wanted to have someone that represents his ethnicity, and there's never been a ranger that's been Indian before, so now he has someone to look up to. So the blue Beast Morpher Ranger is someone that he'll want to purchase merchandise for because he cares about someone that represents his ethnicity, his background, his lineage, his everything. That I appreciate myself. Even though I may not be Indian myself, I completely understand his feelings and understand where he comes from because of the fact that when they do something that shows a different ethnicity, it shows that they're willing to really represent all sorts of diversity, because Power Rangers in general is known for being a franchise that really explores diversity and has actors from all sorts of different seasons that you can really connect with that don't necessarily have to always be American white actors or black actors or anything like that. And again, I'm not trying to be racist. I only say this over and over again because I've already had one person come to me when I mentioned that on Instagram that I was being racist, when in reality I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just trying to make people who care about diversity aware that this is an important factor to keep in mind, and it's a noteworthy factor. So just in general, I will say this much right now: I'm very happy with the casting. I think that the casting looks great, and I am definitely looking forward to seeing this season. I think that the actors are going to be really interesting. Jackie looks especially really good, and I think that all of them look awesome. Like, I really just can't wait to see them. I can't wait to see what the Gold Ranger is going to be like. Hopefully he has some of the attitude that the Gold Ranger had in Japan, and they kind of borrow that idea, and maybe the Silver Ranger will work similarly to his Japanese counterpart, or maybe they'll make him very different. You never know. I'm not against it either way. I'm looking forward to whatever they're willing to put out. So please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I love knowing your guys' opinions about this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, guys, I'm Crazy Samurai 71, and goodbye, guys.